Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of My Chaotic Budget. My name is Sandra and on this channel we do all things budgeting when it comes to mine and my husband's paycheck. And in this episode, I thought that we'd do an update on how my budget planner is coming out. So if you like this type of content, make sure you like, you subscribe, you comment, and let me know your thoughts. When I first started my channel, this was the budget notebook that I used. And you can see it was very, very minimal in detail. And I was keeping track as best as I could, or at least with what I knew how to do. I kept track of a new charge that had been done. This was when I had got tires, etc. And then of course I started to let my planning self get to work and make things look a little prettier. And because of that, I felt like I needed to move into a bigger notebook so that I could really let my thoughts roam free. So this was what I used to use. And I took a comment that Clarissa from Clarissa's Corner, she left a comment because I said I didn't know what to do with this. And she said, you should leave it on your desk and have it as a memory of where you started. And I thought, she's right. I should do that because I need to be reminded of why I'm doing this, which I did write my why in here, and our progress from where we started to where we are now. And that was a really good thing. So thank you, Clarissa. I'm keeping this with me. I'm keeping it on my desk, and I make sure that it is available to me whenever I need it. Now let's go ahead and take a look into this budget planner. So this budget planner is of course an old one that I had already, because as I mentioned, I'm doing my very best not to buy any planner items, buy any stickers, or do any of that, because that was one of my biggest habits, or one of my things that I needed to stop doing. And so I started to use the things that I had. And this was one of the interchangeable covers that I had purchased. And I put here, be better than yesterday. And so that is something that always sticks with me when I'm working in this notebook. And then these tabs are also something that I had purchased a long time ago and never used them. And now I'm finally using them. So we're going to take a look at how things are coming out in my budget planner that I have created, because this is a 7x9 Erin Condren dot grid notebook. And of course it comes plain. It comes looking like this. But as I have been using this, I have been going page to page, whatever I want to put into my budget thoughts, my budget ideas, my budgeting in general, and I have put it in here. And so you can see here, this is my index. This is a table of contents, and I do use the basic bullet journaling ideas. And so an index is really important, so that way you can find the things that you have been working on. And I'm thinking about highlighting certain things like my GDGS tracking. I'm thinking about highlighting every time I do that. That way I can go back and I can find it quicker, because right now everything is kind of blending together and I need to find a way or a method that I can use to help find things. And I know that, like here, I did a debt check-in on page 25 for January, but I want to be able to find it quickly where I did it for February, which is over here. I only know because I've already looked. But I want to be able to highlight them so that way they're easily spotted with the naked eye. So that's something I'm doing. And then of course the index page is continued over here, because I know I still have space and I'm almost done here. So I'll move over onto this side of the page once I'm done. A review of my intentions for this notebook, which this is also something that comes from the bullet journal method, is what were my intentions on using this bullet journal or budget journal. And my very first one, I want to focus on achieving my savings and debt goals by having a plan in place and sticking to it. I have been able to create my plan of attack on debt with the snowball method, and I've been keeping track of it here within this. So I know I am accomplishing this intention here. I am using my budget journal for this. The next one, I intend to keep track of my spending from the GDGS and understand how to work with our budget to reach our goals. I have been doing this as well. So I am intentionally using this journal for that purpose. And then I intend to keep track of our savings and to see where we can make adjustments to achieve our big goals. I have been doing that as well. I haven't been sharing that with you guys as much, and I feel like maybe the next time I will, but I do have a binder check-in at the end of the month to see where everything is totaled, and I think I'll start focusing in on that and maybe making a video at the end of the month to show that to you all. And then the last intention here is I intend to keep track of our debt payments so that we can make sure we reach our main goals, and I have been doing that as well. So I know I am using this notebook mindfully and intentionally. And I know that I will continue to use this notebook because I have a plan in place and I want to reach my goals. So that is very important to me. Another thing is here, I have not been using this as much, but I think I need to figure out how I'm going to use this when I start my next notebook. My next notebook, when I use it, I don't know if I'm going to use another Erin Condren, because I do have one. I have plenty, but I'm also thinking about possibly using an Archer and Olive bullet journal, because I have a lot of those too. And the only thing I don't like about the Archer and Olive notebooks is that they're hard covers, which means they're not spiral like this where I can fold it in half. I would have to have my journal, my bullet journals, just straight up open. Let me bring it out so I can show it to you real quick. This is one that I've had from a subscription box that I had when I canceled my last subscription. Or it wasn't my last subscription. It was one of the boxes that came out when I canceled my subscription, and then it went on sale for like $18 or something like that. And I went ahead and I got it. And I don't do that anymore though. I don't do that anymore. This was back in 2023. And this is the bullet journal from Archer and Olive. And it may be the next one I do, but you see how it's not spiral. That means I would have to have everything laid out flat. So I'm not sure how I feel about that yet, but I have so many journals. And this is why I'm stopping the purchase of these things, because I don't need them anymore. But I need to use them, or I need to give them away. And I have a harder time of giving my stuff away than I do of using it. So I just need to figure that out. But yes, so I have a future log here, and I don't think I'll be able to finish Q2 in this notebook. I'm going to try, because I have switched to a different weekly spread, and it should fit everything. But let's see here. Now, my budget goals for 2024. So we're coming to the end of Q1, and I want to see where we're at. Reaching my 1K emergency savings, I'm still not there. Since we had to use it just recently, yeah, my 1K is going to need some boosting. I'm gonna have to figure that out, but I can't do it right now. And then I still am using savings challenges to put towards other goals and extra debt, and I am saving for big events. I do have over $200 now in car maintenance, which feels good, but I need to reach my goal of 756. Birthdays, we just recently had a birthday, so we're back to a low number, but this is a basic goal for the entire year, so hopefully I can get to this number. Vacay, whatever. We are at whatever. So yay, we've accomplished that. Christmas is doing really well. We have over $200 also here for Christmas. Hopefully we'll get to 300 by the end of March. And then we're also holding that in the high yield savings account. So that's good. Thanksgiving, we are halfway there. We're almost, well, not halfway. I think we're at 60, so we are close to halfway. Put emergency savings in high yield account. I did do that, and we are using prop money, so this goal has been accomplished, so I am happy about that. I did pay off the tires. I did start the snowball method, and so that's been going, and I did do my husband's school loan. We did pay it off. We continue to use the snowball effect, and we paid off a firm. And I don't even have a goal here to pay off Amazon. So we are past all of our debt goals for the year of 2024. So I am super ecstatic about that. And then here, my miscellaneous goals are to hit 500 subscribers, which hopefully we can do that by the time we get to the second quarter. I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm also wanting to do a giveaway at the 500 subscribers. So it would be for US only, 18 years old, publicly subscribed, and When we get closer to that, I will go ahead and go over what I would be giving away. And then I did pay the gifts forward. I did give Miss Bunny a bling scratcher. I really felt good, and I know when she uses it, it always makes me happy because she was one of my first motivational budgeters, and I appreciate her, so I made sure I gave her a little something, and I'm happy because she uses it, and it makes me feel good. And I want to be better organized. I'm still not there yet, so that goal is not quite reached yet. Okay, let's keep going. I need to create a new YouTube tracker. My YouTube tracker got filled a lot sooner than I thought it would. Currently, right now, I think we are at 453 subscribers, and I need to mark that down so that way I can make sure that I keep track of that. And I believe we hit the 450 mark on March 3rd. So I need to make sure I do that, yes. And let's see what else. Here is our yearly savings and goals, our yearly goals and savings event. I don't remember how I did that. So yes, here we are. We're doing this. We save $31 every paycheck. We save $21 every paycheck, 25, 7, 12, and 11, etc. So we are doing really well with this. That was part of our budget, and we did it. And you can see here, I did keep track of our debt. We paid in full my husband's student loan, and we did pay in full the Affirm. And so we're using the next one, which is Amazon. Okay, so January then, this is what we do for our months, right? We have a cover page, we have a monthly log, we have our goals, thoughts, and moments, which if you take a look here, I've tried to do a no spin, low spin. I was not successful at that. And then I did set some resolutions, but it was to pay down debt, save 1K. I haven't gotten there yet, but I did pay down debt, so that felt good. And then build up our categories within our sinking fund. So I'm working on that. Goals, of course, emergency savings, start savings for Christmas and birthdays, which I did do. Start saving for car maintenance, which I did do. And we are doing okay with tracking. Let's see, pay off hubby's student loan, done, and track the GDGS, and I did. So we're not going to go over every single thing that is in here because that will take forever, but you can kind of see this is how I start my weekly spreads. And I tried to use this savings tracker, but I just couldn't get into it. I really, really couldn't. And so I needed to try to find another way, and I'll show you what I'm doing now instead. And then here was my debt confession. I copied it over from my old journal into here so that way it could become a part of it, because I did do that back in December before I really started this. And so I have that here. And then this was our plan. And of course our debt was at $4,932.91. And I had my plan there. And then I had a December reflection. I have not been doing this. This is something I need to bring back at the end of March. I'm going to do a end of March reflection so that way I can have some thoughts here. And I did keep a track here of people that I met. And these are people that I'm still talking to, which is awesome. The connections you make in the budgeting world are pretty important because they help motivate you. And I try to do the same. Whenever I see somebody who's working towards something, I go, you got this, because it's true. They do have it. They just need to be reminded because they might be feeling down. You don't know what they're going through. And if you say a little something like that, it could help motivate in so many ways. All right, so this was us tracking our GDGS for the first time. And I love it. This is the way that I've been doing it ever since. And then this is our budget with me. And then another weekly spread, budget with me. This was me trying to think things out for content, which I think I need to do it again because I'm not sure how we're doing. I do have pretty decent watch hours, but my videos are not getting watched as often as I would like. And I think it's because I'm not connecting, and I need to connect more. And I want to try to connect. So if anybody sees something we can do together, let me know. Let's connect. Then weekly spread, more GDGS tracking, budget with me's, and that's basically what happens every month. And then this is what I'm talking about. Here's a binder check-in. So this is what took place of this. So instead of doing a sinking funds tracker, I did a binder check-in. And I think that it made me feel good because then I could see where all of our binders were at. And I did the same thing in February, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But you can see how we paid down our debt. We were able to pay it down, which was awesome. Another weekly spread, and then we go into a new month. February monthly log, February thoughts, and look at this. Snowball debt, $40 for the tires, $112 for the student loan, and then whatever debt. And we did that. And we brought down the affirm payment to $423, and then we actually ended up paying it off, which was awesome. And then we used some of our tax refund to give into our emergency 1K, but that didn't last, like I said. And then try and do another a January closeout. I tried, was not good, was not successful. Here's another tracking. Here's another weekly spread. This was my closeout. I don't know, I didn't really feel it. I'm still not feeling it. I didn't do it for February. I don't know, when you go paycheck to paycheck, you can't really do a monthly closeout. At least that's how I feel. It's like you can only close out for your budget, I think, to see where things lie. But anywho, here's another budget with me for February. There's a weekly spread, tracking, and then here's a February debt check-in, and you can see we paid down another $500 towards our debt, which was awesome. And we're gonna look at it again when we get to the end of March. Weekly spread, budget with me, and then here is our new debt payoff tracker. So we finished this one in the front. Let's see if I can get to it real quick. Ooh. So this one right here was our original debt tracker, and we filled it all out, so then we had to start a new one, which reminds me, I need to put some stickers on here. It doesn't have any stickers. Okay, let me do it now because I need stickers. I need stickers. If I don't have stickers, I am not happy. But that's why I'm happy that I have lots of stickers. So there's no reason why I shouldn't have stickers on my notebook if I have so many stickers. There we go. Got a little flower up there. And I'm going to put another little flower down here. You know what? I'm going to cover up the page number and then I'll rewrite it. Okay, there we go. You see, it adds a little bit of a personality to the page, and it makes it more pleasing to come to. And then another budget with me, March cover page, March monthly log, goals, thoughts, and moments. And this is how I was doing my weekly spreads, but then I started seeing that I wasn't really writing too much in it. Here's our February binder check-in, which was really nice until we had to make some unexpected purchases. Here is our GDGS. We're still tracking because we're not done yet. And then here, of course, is our weekly spread that is now only on a single page. And this is going to help save pages. And if I decide to use another Erin Condren dot grid notebook, then I know, okay, I'm going to stick to the single page and make it happen, make it work, because I know I can. And then here's our budget with me for March 13th. And then here is our newest weekly spread. And I really am happy with this. I really am enjoying using this notebook. So I thought I'd give you a little tour of my budget journal. And if you saw anything that you like or that you're interested in, just let me know down in the comments, and I can try to either help you find what you would like to do or just kind of go into more detail of what I did. But this brings me pleasure. This brings me a lot of pleasure to see what I've created and how it's helping me keep track. So I went from my original notebook to my latest journal. So that's it, guys. All right, so make sure, if you haven't yet, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, and check out my videos here at the end if you haven't seen them yet. All right, guys, I gotta go. We'll see you. Bye.